Rhyne Howard is out for the rest of July after going down in the Indiana Fever game, of which she actually returned to. So this is such a bummer because Rhyne Howard of the Atlanta Dream is out for the rest of July. She has been diagnosed with a knee injury, an injury of which she did have issues with before. She ended up actually going down in this play right here, where she, oh yeah, right there. See, she just kind of, oh my gosh. Her knee extends backwards, and usually Rhyne Howard is actually wearing a brace, and she was not wearing a brace in this game. I don't exactly know why. So yeah, it hyperextends right here, and that does not look good. It is a no contact injury, and as we all know, those are the most dangerous.
Lexi Hall able to tap it back. Here is Dantas missing on a three.
Oh man, so Lexi Hole, I remember this. Lexi Hole went down too. There is no contact. Oh man, this is just not good looking good.
Lexi Hall able to tap it back. Here is Dantas missing on a three.
So it looks like she is down. She's not looking good. They call a timeout because it's obviously not okay. Yeah, she's holding her knee right there.
Slow. You know, she's been playing with a knee brace. She's not wearing the knee brace tonight.
Yeah, see, they even mentioned in the broadcast she's not wearing her knee brace.
She is holding that left leg.
It's the same one. And then she does get carried out, which is also never a good sign. So it was kind of shocking to see her come back in the game. I mean, the way she's carried out, she doesn't even try to walk. Like, doesn't even put her foot down. Right? Yeah. The whole way, huh?
Howard has been just such a massive part of what the Dream.
The official statement says that following further evaluation, Rhyne Howard has been diagnosed with a left knee injury sustained during the Atlanta Dream game on July 11th. Howard will be sidelined for the remainder of July and is expected to make a full recovery. A timeline for her return will be provided when appropriate. So I guess the good news is that they aren't seeing this as something that she will need to be out for the rest of the season. She is expected to make a full recovery. I don't know like how valid this is, especially with the WNBA, with how quiet they are about injuries, and they don't really release a lot of information. Now, if a player is carried off the court, let's just say, I don't think that if I were a sports medicine doctor, I would advise them to go back on the court. I bet that the person did not advise her to go back on the court. I don't know how many people per se are involved in this kind of decision making. Maybe it was something that the coach had said, you know what, we need her. We're not doing really well against the Indiana Fever. It was a game that could have been won, but I don't think something like this is ever worth it. I was actually surprised when watching the game. Now, Rhyne Howard and probably Alicia Gray are considered the franchise players on the Atlanta Dream, so very important to the team. Though Rhyne Howard has been quite streaky, she is really good on defense. As far as like her two-way game goes, she is a great two-way guard. This not only affects the Atlanta Dream, but this weekend is the All-Star game, and she was chosen to be an All-Star. And according to the WNBA regulations, when someone does go out for an injury, the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, does decide on a replacement. And Rhyne Howard being a guard, I'm assuming it is a position for position type replacement. There are a lot of people feeling that Brittany Sykes was snubbed from the All-Star game, especially when her rookie teammates got chosen. Taking a look at Team Collier, because that's the team that Rhyne was selected for, she was a reserve, she was not a starter, so whoever will be chosen as a reserve. But generally in All-Star games, everybody gets a little playing time. But it was so that Rhyne Howard's a guard, Kelsey Plum's a guard, I guess Alyssa Thomas is a guard. That one's always like tricky. She's kind of like a point forward, kind of like a 4-3-4. Angel Reese is a big. Skylar Diggins is a guard. Fia's a big. Stewie is a big. Alicia is a guard. Neka's a big. Paige is a guard. And Courtney's a guard. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty even mix. There are a lot of bigs on the team, and I don't actually know if it is a position for position swap, because if it's not a position for position swap, there are a lot of people feeling that Azurá Stevens could have definitely made that all-star team. And there are always snubs during the all-stars, so it's kind of hard to be like super upset about it unless it's like a glaring snub. I think with the performance that Azurá has put up this season, she definitely does deserve it. Just last night, she put up 21 points and 11 rebounds, and she was actually only in for 27 minutes. Dearica Hamby was another player that was vocal about the snubs, and she had posted this to social media. Whatever about me, meaning she also felt a bit of a snub, but taking 2 and not including the best player from a below 500 team is crazy. She is referencing Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen, because for the reserves, it is chosen by coaches. And ahead of veteran guard Brittany Sykes, Kiki Iriafen and Sonia Citron were chosen. By the way, shout out Tulip, you know what I'm talking about. And Brittany Sykes has put up a pretty stellar performance in the beginning of the season. She's kind of like petering out a little bit, but another guard that a lot of people feel was snubbed, and I think this is absolutely correct too, was Kayla McBride. And again, I don't like to really talk much about snubs because there is always a snub. Every year there's always a snub. There's too many great players and not enough roster spots. And because a lot of this is fan-based, it just kind of depends on your court performance and how well you relate to a fan base. But the majority vote for the starters are chosen by fans. It's basically 50% fans, 25% media, and 25% player votes. There were also thoughts that Asia might be out for Team Clark because she did go down with a pretty crazy wrist injury, but she did play last night, and boy did she play last night. She put down a 34 points. So I think her wrist is doing pretty okay. But there is speculation that Satu Sabali also might be out, and she is also on Team Clark because she was wearing a boot very recently, suffering a foot injury. She actually tweaked her ankle in a game a little bit over a week ago. She has been seen walking around in a boot since then, but her injury is listed as day-to-day. But with the way that the WNBA operates, they really don't seem to give a lot of information about injuries, which is very contrasting to the NFL or to the NBA. I mean, Caitlin Clark was listed as day-to-day, and she was out for a lot longer than most people thought. Hopefully Rhyne Howard is doing okay, because honestly, the hyperextension of her knee did not look very good. I didn't rewatch it till I just watched it with you guys. I knew that she had kind of bent it, but I didn't see it in that slow motion like walkthrough. So now, I mean, it almost looks like meniscus related, but with the diagnosis that she will make a full recovery, I guess that puts a little bit more ease to the situation. I just really think that management possibly should not have let her go back and play in the game, especially the Fever versus the Dream, because it is classically quite a physical matchup. But prayers up to Rhyne Howard for a full recovery.